Hey you guys, good morning. Welcome to the vlog. If you're new to my channel, I'm Tashamarietmr. How you doing? Alright you guys, I am just leaving the tire shop. I had a nail in my tire this morning, y'all. Because when I came outside to my van, I was like, oh my God, why is it? Yeah, so it's a tire shop right up the street, so I came up here and he was like, you got a nail in your tire. I was like, okay, well, take it out, child. Fix it, patch it, do what you gotta do. He's like, you want a new tire? I was like, I want a new car. Anyway, so I just got that done. I had to drive my van today, you guys, because I need to go get some boxes so I can start packing up. Because we are getting very close to finding our home. I'm trying to see, y'all. I need to get to the highway. Oh, I need to go this way. Oh, I gotta get me something to eat, y'all. I'm starving. But anyway, you guys. So, y'all probably like, girl, why you ain't at work this morning? Child, let me tell you. So, you guys, like I told y'all before in my other vlog, I have found a job. And it was actually through a temping agency. So, it was a contract position. It was a contract temp to hire position. So, I haven't worked agency in years, you guys. But the last agency job I had actually turned into a permanent position. So, when this opportunity was presented to me, I was like, okay, you know. Because I have been interviewing, nothing really was coming out. So, when I got contacted with this position, I was like, well, you know what? I'll try it because I had luck with my last position or whatever. So, you guys, yesterday went to work or whatever, you guys. I was sitting outside on break and my phone rung. It was the realtor. So the lady that I'm training with was sitting outside too, but we was like at a picnic table, so she was like sitting on the other side of the picnic table. So I wasn't talking really loud, so I thought I wasn't. You know, I thought I was talking, you know, in a tone where only me and the caller could hear, right? So the realtor was asking some questions. I was asking him some questions, whatever, we finished the phone call. So you guys, I go back into work or whatever, maybe about 15 minutes after us working, the lady that was training me started asking me a lot of questions, y'all. She was asking me questions like, oh, so you're buying a house? And I looked at her like, how you know that? You know, because I'm the type of person, when I go to jobs, I don't discuss my business at work, right? Because a lot of people can take that and use that as ammunition. So, and by this being a new job, and I'm not familiar with the people, you know, I didn't really feel comfortable discussing, you know, those type of things, right? So, y'all, she started asking me questions like, well, how are you buying a job and you haven't worked in the past 2 years? Because I did tell her that, I had told her, you know, because she asked me where the last place I worked at, and I told her, and I said I've been gone from there since 2017. So I'm thinking to myself, I mean, why does that matter? You know, I'm like, unless you about to give me the loan, like, why is that a concern of yours? But I didn't say that to her, you know. I said whatever. I said, I told her I'm, you know, married and whatever. You know, so she started asking me more questions, you know, and I started to feel like she was being too personable, you know. So I was like, you know, hey, I said, I'm just the type of person where, you know, personal business like that, I don't really talk about stuff like that at work. I don't bring my personal life into my work life, you know, and kind of left it like that. I didn't say it rude. I didn't say it nasty. I just, you know, left it like that. So, got off work or whatever, stopped at the store or whatever, got home. So, when I get home, normally what I do is I check my mail. You know, I come in the house. Y'all, I'm looking around because I'm driving. I'm trying to merge into traffic. I I check my mail from the mailbox, and then I check my emails because the realtor said he was going to be sending me something. So I check my email, and as I'm scrolling through my email, you guys, I see an email from the agency, the temp agency. And basically it was like, hey, just wanted to let you know they have ended your assignment. Can you just bring the badge to my office and we'll make sure you get paid for today. And I'm like, what? So y'all, I read the email again because I'm thinking to myself, maybe she sent it to the wrong person, you know, because I'm like, what? I didn't do anything. Y'all, I was doing really well at the job. I was learning. Like, I started actually working the job last week on Monday, like the first day. After sitting there watching her for like 2 hours, she asked would I feel comfortable with, being hands-on. And I was like, yeah, because that's the type of learner I am. I learn better hands-on, being more interactive. So I called and I'm like, hey, this is Tasha, whatever, got an email saying that my assignment has ended. And she was like, oh yeah, they decided that they didn't think that you were going to work out. And I'm like, okay, well, why wouldn't I work out? Did I do something wrong? She was like, well, they really didn't give an explanation. As you know, Indiana is a at-will state. They really don't have to give you a reason to let you go, And I'm like, okay, but they had to say something. They like they had to say something, She was like, well, I think maybe the lady you were training with felt like your personality didn't match with the environment of the office. And I was like, my personality? And I'm like, hold on. I'm not trying to toot my own horn, but I feel like I'm a chameleon. Like, I can adapt in any type of environment. I said, to say my personality, I was fine all last week. I told her, I said, I came with the certain personality that I came with last week. I didn't change. Like, I went to bed and woke up, but I was still the same person. And so I said to her, I said, well, I said, you know what? I remember having a conversation with her. She was asking me, she overheard my conversation when I was on the phone, and she was asking me questions about me buying a house. And she's like, oh, really? And I was like, yeah. And I was kind of curious of why she would be asking me something like that. She was like, yeah, I really don't know. So, I ended the conversation with her because I was upset. And I was like, you know what? I don't even want to talk about this no more, whatever. It is what it is. I'm like, okay, whatever. She was like, well, we can still look for things for you. I said, you know what? That's okay. I said, at this point, I feel like you didn't advocate for me just based off our conversation now. You're telling me you don't even know the reason why. Like, you didn't even ask. So you say, I said, but, I'm fine. I said, my resume speaks for itself. I'll just, put my resume, my resume's already out here, and I'll just keep, looking. So, y'all, I'm just, like, confused on that. So I really feel like that woman maybe felt some type of way. Maybe she was jealous. I don't know. Y'all, people, you don't never know what's going on in people's heads, That's why, like I said, I wasn't talking to her, but she overheard me. Like, the picnic table was only yay big, and I didn't think I was talking loud enough for her to hear. Maybe I should have got up and walked away. But, I was sitting in the shade, and, and I was, like I said, I was talking very, kind of monotone to the point where I knew that, like, everybody walking past couldn't hear my conversation. But I guess she was eavesdropping like never before. So, so needless to say, you guys, my assignment ended. I was upset about it because I liked the job, but, I'm not super pressed about it because I know just like I got that one, I could get another one. So I really, y'all, the point of me telling y'all this is just to say, whatever you do, try to keep your personal life separate from your professional life, because a lot of times, buying a home is a grave accomplishment. And I've had friends here in the past year or two that have bought homes, and I wasn't buying a home. I was renting still, and I wasn't hating on them. Like, I was super excited, whatever. They had housewarming parties. I went over to, I went to the, the housewarming, brought a gift, was super, congratulated. Yeah, that was a motorcycle. I apologize. Congratulate or whatever. But you know what? People are just mean and spiteful, and your blessing may not be somebody else's. Your blessing may not be what somebody wants you to have, right? The devil comes in all shapes, sizes, and colors, baby. So just be aware. And I just really wanted to tell y'all that because, you know, it just really bothered me. Like, I didn't do anything to this woman. Like, I don't know if she owns a home or not. I don't know. I didn't ask that woman that because that's not my business to ask her stuff like that, you know. You know, if I had been working there a couple years, you know, felt really comfortable with my, you know, co-workers, maybe I would have been more comfortable with explaining, you know, giving the details of my personal life. But I had only been working there a week, so I didn't feel comfortable giving her information like that because I just didn't feel like that was something she needed to know. You know, I just didn't feel like that. So whatever, you know, I'm not super mad. Like, I'm not upset about it anymore. I was yesterday, y'all, but I'm not upset about it anymore. But anyway, y'all, I just wanted to let y'all know that because that was just like super hateful. And I really feel that was the reason because every day that I left the job, the manager always came over and said, "Hey, Tasha, how's things going?" I'm like, "Fine." You know, she said, "I heard you're doing really well." So it wasn't the fact that I wasn't catching on to the job. Like, that wasn't it, you know. It was something, like I said, it was something deeper. It was something personable with that woman. And I don't even know this lady. You know, outside of the first week I met her, I didn't know her, you know. So why would you be upset because I'm buying a house? I mean, that's the only thing I can think of, y'all. That's like the only thing I can think of. Because other than that, the other conversations we had pretty cool conversations. I didn't really ask her a lot. You know, she asked me, like, initially when I first got there, like, how many children do I have? And, you know, and she told me how many she had, and how long she's been at the job, and what did I like about my old job, and what did I do there? You know, that type of stuff. I feel like those are general conversations. Like, it's okay to have those type of conversations, you know. So I was okay with that. But like, when you start asking about my finances and stuff, like, I got a problem with that because my finances is not I wasn't asking her. Like, I didn't ask her, well, how much do you make here? Because how much she makes no difference to me because it ain't my paycheck. I can't pay my bills with her money, you know. So I was just like, oh, okay, yeah, this is, you know, very immature or whatever, you know, whatever, you guys. All right, y'all, so I'm on my way to get me some boxes. I actually, y'all, if y'all don't know this, I'm gonna give y'all a little tip. I used to work in the hospital for years, and whenever I needed to pack something, move or whatever, y'all, I would always go down to shipping and receiving and get my boxes. I got them for free, right? And they had all different sizes because, as you know, all type of stuff is shipped to the hospital. So they had all different sizes of boxes. So so that's what I do, y'all. I go to the hospital and get my boxes. So I'm on my way to my old job. You know, matter of fact, one of the guys that works in shipping and receiving is still there after all these years. So he knows me or whatever. And so I had reached out to him and said, "Hey, I need to come get some boxes." He was like, "Okay, what you need?" You know, I said, "Well, just put me something to the side. I'm moving, so you kind of know what I need when I'm moving." You know, he's like, "Okay, I'll get you some small, medium, and large boxes." I said, "Okay, bet." So I'm on my way to the hospital to get those boxes, and when I get back, I will get back with y'all. Okay? All right, you guys. Sorry I had to end the vlog here, but once again, thanks for watching, and don't forget, you guys, sub if you love. Love y'all.